Mark Lay is the best MC. The best speaker, the best MC, the best motivator. Okay, all right. Oh, what a crowd! Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Hi, everybody. How are you? Okay. Very good. Fantastic, huh? How many of you attended yesterday's meeting? Yeah. Okay. You like my presentation? Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's very good. All right. So from the response, all of you, okay, all of you, and not just leaders, but very committed leaders, and very potential leaders. And I'm sure all of you have already make up your mind, and you have a goal and dreams, and you want to make it big in Amway. So do you believe that you can be successful? Yes. Okay, good. All right. Now, yesterday my presentation, I talked about that we have some weaknesses, and then the perception of the public about the Amway business, is not that positive. And I look at it positively because, in other words, that means very few people really understand, the potential of Amway. So now most of the people, most of the Filipino, they probably misunderstood the business, okay? Because lack of information, because they do not have the facts, and then they have the misconceptions about the Amway business. But we know that Amway is a good business. So we know that this is a really fantastic business. That's the reason why all of us are so excited about the Amway business. So I think this is good that 99.9% of the Filipinos have the misconceptions about the Amway business. Now we have this 99.9% of the Filipino to understand what is real Amway, what is true Amway. That's why presentation is very important. I mean, to me, it's no point just to get in a lot of people. It's no point just to sponsor a lot of people. There's no money in sponsoring. I mean, you can sponsor 10, 20, 100 people. If your presentation is not effective, if your presentation, it doesn't really help people to see the value of the Amway business, people sign up for wrong reason. Or because it's easy to do, because it's easy money, because it's free, because no need to invest. So people sign up for the wrong reason. What is the point? Remember, there is no profit in sponsoring. So you can get 10, you can get 100. 100 multiplied by 0 is still 0. And you are wasting your effort. You are wasting your time. So I'd rather not to sponsor if my prospect doesn't understand what is real Amway. So I want to make sure that when I sponsor someone, I want to do a very, clear presentation. I want to make sure that it's really effective. I want to make sure that my prospect see the potential of the Amway business. All right? Now, there's a concept which is very important concept called prosuming. So it's the word prosumer. So in Philippines, in fact everywhere in the world, I really want to promote this prosuming concept. I'm sure you heard about this many times already. We have presented this concept many times, but I want to explain a little bit further. Prosumer is a combination of producer and consumer. Everybody are consumer, right? Very few producer. Okay, consumers spend money. So we spend a lot of money, and we spend money every day. And who makes the money? Producer makes the money. So it's not easy for us to be a producer. So I don't want to let producer make all the money. I want to share some of the profit. Okay, so the concept here is as a prosumer. So the concept here is prosumers. The mentality we have to change. So, in other words, do not just be, I should say, restricted by our old mentality that, you know, as a consumer, when I spend money, I want to save money. This is consumer mentality. Buy cheap. This consumer mentality. Prosumer's mentality is, you know, besides spending money, I want to ask, what will I get beside the products? What will I get beside the service? What will I get in return? Not just the product, not just the service. I want something more than that. So in other words, as a prosumer, our mentality should be like that. We want not just to save money. So it's not really, to me, is, you know, why just think of buy cheap? No. Buy smart. Okay? Buy values. Buy long terms. Let me share my experience with you. I mean, you see, I travel a lot. So every month I travel. Okay? So when I travel, I try to stick with just one airline. Because most of the airline, or rather all the airline, offer frequent flyer program to those people who fly a lot. Dr. Onet, you know, Ika, you fly a lot. Okay? Mark, you fly a lot. So when people fly a lot, they will want to join airlines frequent flyer program as a member. So when we apply a member, like for example, every time I come to Manila, I fly with EVA Air. Of course, you know, I can fly China Airline, I can fly other, you know, airline. Maybe I can even get cheaper discount. But that is consumer's mentality. Buy cheaper. No, I want to buy smarter, buy value. So I apply to be a member of EVA Air's frequent flyer program member. So, you know, the membership is just like Amway, you know. Got grade one. So when you enter the first grade, okay, you become a member, start from silver, and then you accumulate enough points, because every time when you fly, you get points. So in other words, as a consumer, you don't care, you just, you know, pay for the ticket. If cheap, if EVA Air cheap, you buy from EVA Air. If AirAsia cheap, you buy from AirAsia. No, as a prosumer, I think more than that. I ask, what can I get in return? More than just the ticket to take me from one place to another place. I want more values. So EVA Air offer me points. So every time when I fly with EVA Air, I accumulate points. So the more I fly, the more points I will accumulate. When I accumulate enough points, I can redeem the points into free ticket, or I can get an upgrade. You get what I mean or not? Yes. Free ticket is money. Yes. So in other words, as a prosumer, not only I spend money, I can make money. That's the mentality of prosumer. So I tell you, today, more and more people are positioning themselves to be a prosumer, not just a consumer. Because consumer, I tell you, every time when you spend money, you are going to spend for the next 10 years. You're going to spend for the next 20 years. You're going to spend the money for the next 30 years, forever. And every time you spend money, I don't care how cheap the products or the service that you can get. Every time when you spend money, your bank account get lesser and lesser. Right? Yes. So you become poor, but even though slower. No, we want to become rich. Do you want to become rich? Yes. So do you want to get more money? Yes. So in other words, when you spend money, so try to change your mentality from a consumer to a producer. I wish I can be a manufacturer, a producer, but I don't want to get into that kind of trouble. So I just stick to become a prosumer. Okay? So as a airline frequent flyer, but with one condition.
you have to choose just one airline. Because if you choose to fly from different airline, diversify your points, you may not be able to get this kind of benefit. All right? I give you an example. Hotel industry also offer its member, we call it loyal customer program. So, like for example, every time when I come to Manila, I stay at the Shangri-La Hotel. Okay. Well, if there are so many 5-star hotels, of course I can stay at the New World, I can stay at the Shangri-La, I can stay many other things. But I don't want to, change all the time. I stick to Shangri-La. You know why? Because every time I stay, I got points. So, as a consumer, if your mentality is to save money, you check, which hotel offer cheaper room, then you stay. But for me, I am a prosumer. I want to ask, what will I get in return? More than just to get a room. So I stick to Shangri-La Hotel because I get points. So after a few nights, I accumulate enough points, I can use the points to convert into a free night. And that is money. So in other words, as a consumer, a prosumer, I spend money while I can still make money. That should be our mentality. Probably most of you say, I don't care. Maybe some of you may say, I don't care because I don't fly that often. Right? Very few people fly every month. You know what I mean or not? So most of the people, maybe you occasionally you fly. So of course you want to look for cheap etiquette. But let me ask you a question. How many of you smoke today? Please put up your hand. Smoke a cigarette. Oh, fantastic. Amway, good Amway people. Nobody smoke. How many of you drink a whiskey today? Yes. One or two, very few people drink whiskey today. How many of you eat a hamburger today? Oh, no. How many of you eat a Kentucky Fried Chicken today? Yeah, no. But do you know that, cigarettes or alcohol or hamburger, all these are very big business. So big business, and yet so few of you are, really spend the money on that. But let me ask you another question. How many of you use soap today? Soap. So, yes or no? Yes. Or I ask you, how many of you do not use toothpaste today? No. Alright? So can you imagine how big is this industry? And we are spending money every day, to get soap, to get shampoo, to get toothpaste, to get toothbrush. So as a consumer, we keep spending money. So why not you start to think, I don't want to be a consumer, I want to be a prosumer. Right? So actually prosuming concept has been around for years already. It is not Foo Howe Kean that started this concept. It has been around. As I said just now, more and more people are positioning themselves to be a prosumer. Now, instead, to learn how to do it effectively, I want you to learn when you present the plan, I want you to focus on the values. Remember just now I talked about values. Don't focus on easy money. Everybody can sign up. No need to pay to sign up. No investment. When you mention points like that, you make Amway look cheap. So do not sell business cheap. Okay? Put up the price. Tell them that's got value. So I want you to focus on values. Because if you can let your prospect see the value of the business, I tell you, your prospect will ask you to sponsor them.
Let me tell you a story. Many years ago, I think I helped one of my downline to sponsor a CEO of a big corporation. After we done the presentation, the CEO looked at the plan and said, "What cost me to sign up?" He himself asked, "What cost me to sign up?" Well, my downline said, "All you need to do is purchase a starter kit." He asked, "How much is the starter kit?" In Malaysia at that moment it's 50 ringgit. I do not know how much peso. Maybe probably around 500 peso. Whatever. Anyway, 50 ringgit. 50 ringgit. Yeah, about the same lah. 550. Okay. 1,000 peso. 50 ringgit. The prospect, the CEO, with his eye open. Only 50. Even you ask me to pay 500,000, I will pay. So in other words, this CEO, he see far more than just the kit. He see the values, and the values worth more than 500,000. You see my point? So I want to encourage you to learn how to present the values, not those cheap things like, no need to invest lah, money back guarantee lah, easy money lah, quick money lah. When you get a bunch of these people who have the wrong concept about the Amway business, they want easy money, they want a business that no need to put in effort. So if you ask them to come and attend meeting, I thought no effort required, right? And then you talk about no investment, and you ask the fellow to buy some products. I thought no investment, now you want me to buy products. So you get the wrong kind of people into the Amway business. So please, I don't want you to rush to sponsor many people. You do not have to sponsor many people. You sponsor the right people. Yeah. Do you know that I sponsor only 20, I became Diamond Direct Distributors. Wow. You follow what I'm going to teach you. I'm sure you may sponsor less people, but you sponsor quality people. You sponsor people who are serious, people who have, a purpose, people who want to, build the business. So you do it this way, that there are 5 values that you have to share. First, Amway is a business. This is a very powerful, something that people want. It's your own business. But how to explain that this is your own business? Like for example, I said, when you sign up, okay, because you are your own boss, so how much you want to consume or retail is entirely up to you. Because you are the boss. You make decision. So you can consume 5,000. I'm sure many of us consume more than 5,000. Yes. Right? But of course, you don't have to consume that much or sell that much. You can just consume 50. Can you? Yes. Yes, of course, because you're the boss. So I would do it this way. I just explain to my prospects, if you're the boss, it's up to you. But if you really love the products, you want to consume more, can you consume or sell 50,000 a month? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. So you're the boss, you make your decision. So this way you help people to understand that, he or she is doing his own business. And then when you sell 5,000, you can also sponsor people. You can sponsor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10. But you can also sponsor just 1, because you are your own boss. So you can sponsor 10, you can sponsor 5, you can sponsor 20. It's okay, up to you. So Amway never, require you to sponsor how many. Is entirely up to you, because you are the boss. You make the decision. Don't you think that this is I keep talking about you are the boss. See, I keep mentioning that, we are doing our own business. Since we are doing our own business, then I have the freedom to choose how much I want to retail, how much I want to use, how many people I want to sponsor. I can sponsor 2, I can sponsor 20, I can sponsor 10, I can sponsor 100. But just give one example, okay, to make it easy. You sponsor 10. And then same thing is, the people sponsored by you, each and every one of them, they are doing their own business. So it's up to them to decide how much they want to retail or to use. 50 or 5,000 or 50,000. So different people may consume different amount of Amway products. But to make it Easy, simple calculation. Let's say everybody 5,000 on the average. So now you can start to do the calculation. And then you start to talk at this. I'm sure all of you know this, so I don't have to really go into that details. So you have 10 downline here, each one consume 5,000 or retail 5,000, total 50,000, right? And you look at the chart here, when your volume is 50,000, what is your percentage now? 6%, right? It's more than 30,000, you are entitled for 6%. So you start to do the calculation. You earn 3,000 peso cash for the beginning. And on top of that, you still have the A now bonus, you know. But anyway, that one is additional. I just want to stick to this one. Okay, next. So it's a business. The downline also can do the same. Like you. Your downline can also sponsor people. So your downline also doing their own business. How much they want to sponsor? Entirely up to them. How much they want to retail? Entirely up to them. So they can sponsor 10 like you. They can also sponsor just 2 or 3. But to make it simple, let's say everyone sponsor 10. So now, the first one, sponsor 10, each one 5,000, 50,000. So you see the plan, we want to simplify to make it easy. Remember, success is simple. You got to learn how to make it simple so that your prospect can understand quickly. Alright? You notice or not, you have 10 downline here, each one 50,000. So what will be the total volume?
500,000.
500,000. In fact, you also produce 5,000, so it should be 505,000. But what is the point of adding the other 5,000? You make it complicated. So you just neglect that 5,000. So make it 500,000. Okay? And 500,000, you qualify for how percent? 21%. And then you will earn 105,000. But of course, the volume is not produced by you, yourself. It's by the group. So in other words, then your downline, each one, they are qualified for 3,000, and then you got 10 downline, so 30,000. You minus 30,000, the balance 75,000 is your bonus. So I want you to learn how to do this kind of presentation. Alright? But I want you, when you are doing the presentation, you should focus not just on the money. You should focus on the values. So Amway is your own business. And Amway is a fair business. Amway offers equal opportunity. I think that's very important. You know why? Because if your downline have a volume of 50,000, your downline will earn 6%. Like you, even though you are the upline, but you earn more now because you got bigger organization, you do more volume. So the more you do, the more you can earn. Don't you think it's fair?
Yes.
I think fairness is a very important value that you need to elaborate a little bit further. Maybe some of you doesn't really feel that equal opportunity is that important. Fairness is that important because you probably never been treated unfairly before. But I tell you, a lot of people been treated unfairly. They know that to be fair is important. Discrimination, I don't know. As to say, is happening, especially in the workplace. Favoritism. Yes or no?
Yes.
People get promoted not because of her job performance, right? Because of connection. And sometimes because of, appearance. So you are more handsome, you are more beautiful, so you get a better chance to get promoted. You see my point? To me, it's discrimination.
Yes.
To me, it's not fair. I tell you, it's happening every day, everywhere. Not fair. I tell you, don't complain. Join Amway. Right? Because, there's no disadvantage whether how you look, your age, whether you are male or female, or whether you are old or young, tall or short, handsome or, it doesn't matter. It's performance. Your income is proportional to your performance. I tell you, our income is transparent. The schedule here is standard. It doesn't care who you are, your background, your education. I tell you, it doesn't matter at all. When you meet the requirement, you will be rewarded. You will be paid. So that is the beauty of the Amway. That's the value of the Amway business. And you don't spend time to talk about the value, and you talk about easy money. You talk about, you got me or not? So I will forget about easy money, quick money. I'll focus more on the values. I think your own business, fair business, this is a fantastic value. And I tell you how to become successful. Amway is a people helping people business. You got to explain, now you got 50,000, you sponsor 10, you now become somebody who have the experience, you have the know-how, and now you can help your people. You bring in people not just to benefit yourself, but you bring in people with the purpose of helping your people, right? So the more people you help, the more successful you become, the more money you earn. So when you do the presentation, you just explain, this is a people helping people business. When you sponsor the downline, you produce 50,000. Why not you also help your downline to sponsor 10? Because this is a people helping people business. And we reward you for how many people you help. I think this is a fantastic concept, people helping people. A lot of people will probably get appealed to this kind of a concept. So this is the third value of the Amway sales and marketing plan. Amway is own business, Amway is a fair business, Amway is a people helping people business. And the fourth value is Amway is a big business. Amway is not just a small business. I will continue, next. Amway is a big business. You see the point? If you continue to help your people, your number one downline, if you build to 20% because of you have 500,000 volume. Now you have your downline to build a volume of 500,000. Your downline is very profitable. Your downline also earns $7,500, $75,000, right? But Amway will reward you the 6% leadership bonus. Oh, that's fantastic. That's how much? 30,000. If all the 10 also qualify 5,000, hey, you will earn how much? 30,000 for 12 months. You earn 360,000. And then you got 10 now. 1 year you earn 3,600,000. It's big, right? So it's not just more. Of course, we start small with 5,000, sponsor 1 or 2, but it can be developed into a big business. In other words, this is a business of potential. So don't you think this is the value of Amway? Start small, but can be developed into a big business. So now this is the fourth value. The first one, your own business. The second one, fair business. The third one, people helping people business. The fourth one, it is a big business. There's number 5, which to me, that is the most exciting part of the Amway value. That is what? Next. In fact, big business, I think I will continue. Yes, I think I will continue. I say, look, beside the 2, let me see, performance bonus, 6% leadership bonus, we still got another, how many, what? All these are together, 10 income. 10 income. So, that, when you do something like that, you don't have to explain, you just say, look, let your prospects see the big picture of Amway. It can be big. You see my point or not? So, Amway is your own business, Amway is a fair business, Amway is a people helping people business, Amway is a big business. Last but not least, next. Oh, fair business, I will continue. Okay, I will continue. Amway is not so-called pyramid lah. Downline can overtake upline. Because, A sponsor B, A is a platinum. The downline is B. So you are the downline. But you can become emerald. Bigger than your upline, more successful than your upline. But your downline can overtake you. Your downline D sponsors 6 platinum. Your downline become diamond. It's really fantastic, So once you explain the concept to your prospect that your downline can be more successful than you are. Okay, so it's not a pyramid, it's actually parallel. Everybody can advance to be emerald, to be diamond, or even crown ambassador. I tell you, if you do it properly, and focus on the values of this business, the marketing plan become very, very attractive. But I will focus more on the fifth value. That is Amway income is passive income. I repeat, Amway income is passive income. In other words, you can earn the bonus while you are asleep. While you are sleeping. You can earn the bonus while you are traveling. Because when you build the organization, you stop selling, you will continue to earn the bonuses. That is the beauty of the Amway business. You know, I got attracted to the Amway business because of the passive income, because of the security, because of the freedom. I still remember when I first started, I was not doing well in the first 2 months, 0%, sponsor nobody. And then I came to an Amway meeting and the speaker was Dr. Jerry and his wife, Angela De Silva. Both of them on stage talk about their success story. They said they spent 1 year to become Emerald Direct Distributor. And they said after 1 year when they qualified Emerald, they took a vacation. They take the whole family to London for almost a 2 months vacation. And after the 2 months vacation, they come back to Malaysia. They check the income. The income grow further. The business grow bigger. When I listen, yes, when I listen, I was so excited. I said, I wish I could be like him, you know, that I qualified to become an Emerald. Actually, when I first started, my goal was not very big, you know. See, if I can be an Emerald, I can earn an Emerald bonuses is much bigger than my salary. I said, then I can really retire, you know, because especially at that time when I have read a book, you know, how you can retire by the age of 40. I was about 26 years old when I signed up. So I read that book, you know. How could someone retire by the age of 40? I said, how nice if I can retire by the age of 40. And I look at the Amway sales and marketing plan. I said, there's a possibility that I may be able to retire by the age of 40. So I worked very hard, you know. And then when I started to move, I moved very fast, you know, 6 months, 21%, and then 11 months in the business, I got 3 legs break off 21%, on the way to become an Emerald. And then suddenly I met a account ambassador from the United States. You know, he looked at me and said, hey, you young guy, your business is growing. What's your goal? I said, well, my goal is Emerald. He said, Emerald is too small. Too small for you. You should go for Diamond. I said, really? I can go Diamond? He said, of course, you can become Diamond. So I changed my goal from Emerald to Diamond. So I took another 1 more year. Boom, I became Diamond. So 27 months, I became a Diamond Direct Distributor. Passive income. This is really something that, you know, excites me. So really, I'm a testimonial. After I qualified Diamond, you know, I continued to strengthen my organization. Then slowly I slowed down, and then I stopped sponsoring. I stopped selling. In fact, I even stopped attending meetings. I started traveling everywhere, to Europe, to Japan, to the United States, to Hawaii. I tell you, my business continued to grow. All the 6 legs that built by me during that 2 years, until today, 40 years already, these 6 organizations still continue to hit 21% month after month for the last 40 years. You know why? Because I focus on the values. I don't focus on, you know, easy to do, quick money, sponsor a lot of people. No, I focus on, you know, I want to get people who are really see the values of the Amway. What do you want? I'm sure most people want passive income. Yeah. Most people want security. Most people want freedom. Yeah. Right? You are the boss. You know, you can decide, you can choose when to work, when to play. I think this is really fantastic. I tell you what, see, Amway, as I said just now, 99% of people are prospects. Okay? And the business, do you know that more and more people are, we call it, buy product through internet? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Do you know that Amway is an e-commerce business? Yes. Because you can buy product through internet. And Amway try to make it easy for our people to buy product from internet and deliver to you the same day or within 48 hours. That's e-commerce. So more and more people will be attracted to join the Amway business. And do you know that freelancing is on the rise today? Yes. Right? More and more people want to be independent workers. They want to shift from full-time employment to to get away from the 9 to 5 routine. People want to be their own boss. People want to be in charge. So this is the trend. It's a powerful trend, I tell you. So it's on the rise. More and more people want to be their own boss. More people choose, to be independent worker. And I tell you, Amway really become very attractive already. So more people are attracted to join the Amway business because Amway is an e-commerce. Amway is you are your own boss. You are independent. So if you can explain this kind of values properly, I tell you, the sales and marketing plan becomes so attractive. I don't want you to rush to sponsor people who are not serious. So don't sell the business cheap. Sell the business properly. Make sure that you explain the value properly. Long-term business to your prospect. And you can sponsor a lot of good people. Okay? And if you sponsor good people, you sponsor the right people, your business will grow. I don't want you to grow fast. I want you to grow steadily. It's not how much you make, it's how long you can earn. I think this is the key. Alright? So I hope my presentation helped you to understand how to do an effective presentation. You can do it?
Yes.
Yes, fantastic. I just want to reassure you that, the next one. Now, there's a phrase here, Amway provides opportunity. Crado helps fulfills your dreams. This is something where I want to help you to have confidence. Because when you first started, when you sponsor people, you are new, lack of experience. So sometimes people may ask you, how much you earn? Can you help me? I want you to have confidence. Because it's not just you that help your prospect or downline. It's the entire organization. It's your upline. You have a platinum behind with you. You have your diamond that work with you. So you have the support. The whole organization, Crado is one of the most, I should say, successful organization in the world. Really. We are growing. Last 2 days I had a training for the leaders from overseas. I said that, we had a 40 years anniversary convention in Thailand. I said, look, the reason why I choose Thailand because we are very big in Thailand. Thailand's population is even less than Philippines. Less than Philippines. Yeah, 60 million, and we have 100 million. And I tell you, Thailand is the number 5, the 5th largest market in the world. Out of the 100 markets, and with Thailand is number 5. And so we are very successful. And our organization, Crado, contributes 70% of the business. And founder council member is the top of all the qualification. And last year, the whole world produced 4 new founder council member, 4 new one, and 3 from Crado. We are very confident. We are doing the right thing. We have a lot of fantastic leaders. People like Adeline, she's very committed. She's here every month. People like Supi, very committed. She's here every month. Of course, Mark Loy, she's just a fantastic leader all over the world. Do you know that he is now founder council member in 4 countries? 3: China, Taiwan, Philippines. 3 countries. Founder council, not just founder crown ambassador in 3 countries. Gu Chong-kok, Lee En-jian, all these are our top leaders, and they are committed to come here. To do what? to support you. Okay? So Amway offers the opportunity, and Cardo help you to build your dream. Okay? So you means Cardo. You help your prospect to build their Amway. So that gives you the confidence and give your prospect the confidence. They join the right organization, the right business. All the best to you!